Welcome back to Merlis Belcher Place for the third and potentially final period. It is a 2-goal Snowbirds lead, but with the way things have been trending, wouldn't be surprised to see the Axemen climb back into this one. Matt Morrison, happy to have you along as it's the first of 3 games this afternoon. The winner of this game, of course, will go straight to the championship final, which is tomorrow at 1 o'clock. You can catch that game right here. Of course, it's right here at Merlis Belcher Place as well. Face-off for the third period is won by Christian Magnus, and the Axemen will control this one as Griffin will step over the line and hammer one in. Rathjay will move it up for Josh Grimm. Chips that one past his man, and this is going to be icing. This might be a penalty as well, and it is going to be a penalty as Donovan Griffin is going to go and sit for 2 or less. So 18 seconds into the third period, the Snowbirds are going to have a chance to add to their lead with their second power play of the night. Face-off will be in the neutral zone because it was icing. So Knights, Thompson, Harrison up front for the Snowbirds. LaBelle and Pasternak on the back end to kick off this power play. Pasternak for Knights, who will just gain the line, but had that ball swatted away from him, so Pasternak will go back to retrieve it. Nice pass. Here comes LaBelle in alone. Scores! Xavier LaBelle on a beautiful pass. And 18 seconds into the power play, the Snowbirds strike. It's a 5-2 lead. So it was a great pass from the back end by, I believe, Pasternak. And LaBelle was able to sneak in behind the Axemen defense and fire one home past shots. With a little bit of insurance here in this third period. As now here come the Axemen. Zoltok with a shot, and that one somehow stays out. They don't know where it is. It's in the back of Huffnagel. So Brian Acoyne was right there to make the call of it being no goal, as I think it ended up in the pants, the back of the pants of Robbie Huffnagel. The Axemen are pleading their case. Now Berezitsky and Acoyne are going to talk this one over, and they are going to say no goal. Zoltok is going to plead his case for the Axemen as well. As now the Axemen captain, Christian Magnus, is going to want an explanation. And Christian Magnus is wanting an explanation here. And now is Magnus going to get teed up? He might. So Christian Magnus is going to get his money's worth here as well. So Ray Berezitsky gave him a misconduct. Troy Baschuk will go and serve this penalty for the Axemen. And is Magnus going to be showing the gate here? He's going to stay on the bench, so. But if it's him that got the penalty, I don't understand why he wouldn't go and serve it, unless he was kicked out. But he's staying on the bench, so all sorts of confusion here. And either way, this all is going to end with a Another power play opportunity for the Snowbirds. Knights will try to backhand one in front. Gets it back with a shot, and that one gets blocked and doesn't get through. Harrison down low for Thompson on the near side. Loose ball in front, and that one is going to be out. It's a 2-on-1 shorthanded break. Here comes Bernhardt. Justin Bernhardt shorthanded across for Zoltok, and he fired it wide. A great shorthanded chance for the Axemen to climb back into this one. And now here come the Snowbirds the other way on the power play. Thompson sends it down for Knights on the near side wall. Trying to bust his way through. Loose ball in front, and now we're going to have a whistle as it looks like the net comes dislodged. There's a lot of discussion going on here as the third period hasn't even hit 2 minutes yet. As that ball gets cleared down the length of the floor, Laframboise first after it for the Axemen, but Huffnagel is able to play it up for LaBelle. Knights will gain the line and bring the ball back for LaBelle now on the far side. Back for Knights. Tries to send that one across for Harrison, who tries to send it down low for Thompson. And Harrison will pick up the loose ball on the far side. LaBelle with it. Rathje for Knights. Top of the face-off circle with a shot, and Schatz is able to steer that one out of play. .22 seconds remaining in the Axemen penalty. Grimm out to take the draw for the Snowbirds. That one's won by Magnus. As that one gets sent down the length of the floor. Rathje will bring it up now for the Snowbirds over the line. As Laframboise will start out the other way with it. Laframboise in all alone, tries to backhand, and he just sent it wide. Good job by him to get towards the goal, as now here comes Blake Young for Nataways. Nataways drop pass for Grimm, and he fires it wide. Back to 5-on-5. So the Snowbirds can't capitalize on the power play. Magnus with it. Spins away from Young. It's going to try to walk in with a shot. Sent wide. Might have gone off of a Snowbirds defender. Nataways with it. He'll move it up for Young on the near side. Backhand for Nataways, and that one just skipped away from him. Nataways could have been in all alone. Cook will catch up to it behind his own goal, and he'll bring it out the near side. Peters will just send it back for Pasternak, who looks to slow things down. Tries to send that one up near side. As now here comes Stefiak. A little chip and chase. Jack's Knight now will slow things down in his own end. Richardson with it. Leaves it for Landers. Landers throwing pass for Bernhardt. So that one gets sent back in. Snowbirds are content to just get the ball over half and send it into the Axemen zone, and why not as you're clinging onto a 3-goal lead here. Here comes Bernhardt. Back for Zoltak, who rips it wide. Eskra on the far side makes a move around Weens. Tries a centering pass for Bernhardt, and he sends that one wide. Peters with it on the near side, as he'll throw that one around back for Pasternak. And Pasternak will wait for his line mates to get set up. 9:40 and counting remaining in this one. 5-2 Snowbirds lead with a trip straight to the championship on the line. Pasternak up for Harrison, who tripped over his own feet, still able to get the ball in deep, and Griffin will pick it up behind his own goal now. As Griffin will slow things down behind his own net. Ginther up for Bogdan. Bogdan will chip that one forward to himself. Bogdan with a burst of speed. Turns and fires. That one hit Ginther in front. And now Harrison sends it far side for Knights. Knights with a shot, and he hammers it wide. Bogdan with it will go behind his own goal. Turnover as Knights was in front, but he couldn't find that one. So now here comes Ginther. Ginther will just send that one in on goal, and Huffnagel will. Looked like he was going to hold that one. And he does. 8:38 remained in the third period. Shots on goal 23-12 in favor of the Snowbirds. See if the Axemen can get some offensive zone time here set up. A lot of firepower for the Axemen, so they're not out of this game by any stretch of the imagination. As that ball gets sent down the length of the floor, not enough for icing. So Renier will try to throw that one up off the wall, but that one got intercepted by LaBelle, who had to wait for Nataways to get out of the zone, and he just ends up peeling back. Nataways just gains the line. Far side now for Young, who has 2 goals in this one. As now Laframboise with it near the Axemen bench. Tries to move that one up and can't. As Henschel leaves it for Laframboise, who just had that one roll away from him. They gain the line, however, so Magnus back for Jackstite. Near side being watched by Nataways. Jackstite will just throw it back for Renier, and now we're going to have a penalty coming up. It's going to be an interference call on Laframboise as Pasternak had the stick knocked out of his hands. As there was a battle for position in front of the Snowbirds' goal. And Laframboise will now go and sit for 2 or less. So the face-off will come to the left of the Axemen goal. 7:48 remaining. Thompson, Harrison, Knights up front. Pasternak and LaBelle on the back end to start this power play. As now LaBelle is going to dish it off for Pasternak. Near side for Knights. Looking for somewhere to go. Sends it down low for Thompson. Back up top for Pasternak, who's going to tee one up, and a good pad save made by Schatz. LaBelle with it on the far side. Back up top for Pasternak. For Thompson. Top of the face-off circle on the near side. For Knights, as Thompson and Knights will switch positions. Thompson now walking out front. LaBelle on the far side leaves it for Harrison. Being watched closely there. LaBelle back up top with a shot, and a good stop by Schatz with the glove. And he hangs on to that one. As the Axemen, while the Axemen and the Snowbirds both get some fresh legs out on the floor. So Magnus out to kill this one, as is Justin Bernhardt for the Axemen up front. Griffin and Landers on the back end. Grimm, Peters, Nataways, Young. And I think that's Will Rathje on the far side. Hufnagel will throw that one around his goal. It's Rathje in a battle with Griffin for it. And Griffin will backhand that one, but not out. Young on the near side. Sends it far corner for Nataways, who couldn't get that one to settle down. It's now Peters and Griffin in a battle for it now. It's Peters trying to work it free and does. Tries a centering pass. That one doesn't work. It's now Young trying to catch up to it. Loose ball. Peters for Nataways behind the Axemen goal. Sends it back up top for Rathje. D to D for Josh Grimm. Grimm will tee one up, and a good stop by Shots with the blocker. Now it's a 2-on-1 the other way. Short-handed, Bernhardt and Magnus. Magnus with a shot, and he fires it wide. As Rathje will try to poke it forward for his man, and now it could be a 2-on-1 the other way. Going to have a penalty coming up. It's going to be a penalty to the Axemen. As Laframboise steps out onto the floor, but the Axemen are going to go right back to the penalty kill. Stefiak on the near side. Centering pass for Knights with a shot, and that one doesn't make its way through. Stefiak in front, and that one gets steered aside. It's Grimm with it now on the far side. 6-on-5 for the Snowbirds. Slap pass on the far side of the floor for Nataways. Being watched by two Axemen defenders. They score! Holden Knights in front is able to put it past Shots. Looked like he got a piece of it, but not all of it. And it's a 6-2 Snowbirds lead. So they add to their lead on the delayed penalty with 5:12 remaining. So not sure what the penalty was going to be anyways. And now here comes Genther over the line. Shot on goal. Zoltok took a stab at the rebound but missed. Weens will throw that one far side for Stefiak. And that one's going to miss everybody and go down the length of the floor for an icing call. So the faceoff will come back inside the Snowbirds end. 4:47 remaining. 6-2 Snowbirds lead. So the Axemen definitely not out of it. But as it stands and the way that it's trending, the Snowbirds will head to the championship game, which is tomorrow at 1 o'clock. The Axemen, assuming that the score remains the way that it does, will play at 5 o'clock. They'll play the winner of the Ravens and the Bucks, and now we have a high sticking penalty going to Holden Knights, I believe, is going to be the one that sits. So he'll go and sit. It's going to be a 4-minute penalty tonight. Of course, stick infractions, slashing, high sticks, things of that nature are 4 minutes in ball hockey. Eskra for Magnus at the top. For Laframboise, Axemen 0 for 2 on the power play. There's a shot, loose ball in front at the side of the goal and somehow stays out. And the Snowbirds are able to get the clear, so that will go down the length of the floor. Shots out of his net to play that one. Magnus for Eskra. Drops it back for Magnus. For Bernhardt now with it. Sends it back for Laframboise, who sends it wide. Eskra. Back for Magnus now at the top of the line with a shot. That one goes wide. Laframboise will settle that one down on the near side face-off circle. Sends that one cross floor for Eskra. Has one of the 2 goals. There's a shot by Bernhardt. Save made by Hufnagel. There's a centering pass. Loose ball in front as there's a battle for it. Pasternak is able to send that one to the line, but not out. Magnus for Laframboise on the near side. Save made. Big rebound, and that one gets sent down the length of the floor. So, a couple of real strong looks here for the Axemen, but just unable to do anything with it. Magnus tries the centering pass. Good stick by Rathje to break that one up. The Axemen are able to gain the line, second time through, and Eskra on the far side. Back for Magnus. Looks like we're going to have another penalty coming up to the Snowbirds, as that one is touched by LaBelle. And it's going to be a slashing call. And the Axemen are going to take a timeout here as well, as it looks as if can't get the number there, but I will as soon as he sits down. Josh Grimm, the guilty party. So the Axemen will take a timeout, 2:59 remaining. They're going to have a 5-on-3 for 2:25. Face-off will be to the left of Hufnagel. Of course, coming up at 2 o'clock is the quarterfinal. The Ravens versus the Bucks. The winner of that will play the loser of this game at 5 o'clock. And then the loser of that will see their season come to an end. The loser of the 2 o'clock game. So either the Bucks or the Ravens. The winner moves on. Loser is done for the year. Face-off won by Bernhardt on the 5-on-3. Laframboise near side. Back up top for Eskra. For Magnus. For Eskra. Down low for Laframboise. Back for Eskra with a shot. There's a loose ball in front. Eskra with a shot. That one goes off of a body and out of play. So the face-off will remain inside. 2:42 left in this one. Face-off controlled by the Axemen. Magnus, far side. Back for Eskra. Down low for Laframboise. Tries a one-touch centering pass. Good stick by Rathje to break that up. Laframboise back for Eskra with a shot, and that one goes wide. Magnus picks up the loose ball on the far side. Him and Eskra will switch. Magnus with a shot. Gets blocked. Centering pass in front, and that one stays out as well. So a great stop by Robbie Hufnagel, as he is able to reach back and get his glove on that one. Boy, that would have been close. Not sure how that one stayed out, to be totally honest. But either way, it's a face-off to the left of Hufnagel. Magnus with it. Bernhardt back for Eskra. Down low, Fan on the pass. Laframboise still able to pick it up. Back for Eskra. One-touch pass for Laframboise down low. Laframboise back up top for Eskra. Had trouble controlling that one. Good job by him to play that one down low. Eskra now with a shot. That one got blocked. A good block by Blake Young. Jackstake chases down the loose ball. For Laframboise with a shot, and he sends it high and wide. Magnus picks up the loose ball on the far side. Centering pass for Bernhardt scores! Justin Bernhardt is able to outweight Robbie Huffnagel, got him to commit first, and Bernhardt is able to roof it, so that'll make it 6-3 with 1:23 remaining in this one. It's going to go down as a power play goal for the Axemen. So Bernhardt on the board. First power play goal of the afternoon for the Axemen. And now we have a buzzer as the Axemen were breaking in, and the Axemen bench doesn't like that call. So the two officials will come over and make sure everything's straightened out with the score clock. So the face-off will come back to center ice. They will put 1:23 back on the clock as well. It should still be a power play for the Axemen as well. There's nothing on the clock, but Josh Grimm is still in the box, and there's only 4 players on the floor for the Snowbirds. They're going to pull Brandon shots here as well. So Zoltok will come out onto the floor. Yes, we're still getting the time figured out. So, assuming that this lead for the Snowbirds hold, they'll go right to the championship tomorrow at 1 o'clock. They had an undefeated regular season as well, 6-0 through the regular season. They outscored their opponents 36-16 in the 6-game regular season as well. So just a lot of firepower on offense, and did a pretty good job at keeping the ball out of their own net while they were at it. So they do have the penalty back up. 130 remains in the penalty to Josh Grimm. 123 remains in regulation. And it's a 3-goal Snowbirds lead. And an empty net as well. Laframbois first to that ball. Works it free for Eskra. Loose ball in front and they score! Keegan Jackstite puts one home. So with 1:13 left, it's now a 6-4 Snowbirds lead. And this one's not done yet. So it's a power play goal. Back to 5-on-5, well 6-on-5 because of the extra attacker for the Snowbirds. This final minute and 13 is going to be fun. As Magnus will go back behind his own goal to chase that one down. Knights with it. Long lead feed, but that one got intercepted. Harrison being watched by Eskra. Throws that one into the opposite corner. Nataways into the empty net. And That will make it a 7-4 Snowbirds lead with 52 seconds left. So Antoine Nataways with his second of the afternoon. Shots will come back into the net for the final 52 seconds, well, at least for the face-off anyways, and we'll see if they elect to pull him again. Velasquez with it on the near side will send that one off the wall. Bogdan back with it now. As Rathje will pick up the loose ball. Stefiak up for Velasquez. Near side, Velasquez across for Peters. Peters in, and a great stop by Shots. Keep this a 3-goal game. As Laframboise will chase down that loose ball inside the Snowbird zone. Tries a no-look pass. That one ends up on the stick of Brotzel, and he's just going to move it up for Velasquez with a 2-on-1. He's got Peters with him. Velasquez with a shot and a good stop. Centering passes. Peters gets tied up by Bogdan down low for Velasquez, who sends it just wide. And that's how this one will end. So the Snowbirds book their ticket to the championship final, which is tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Their opponent to be determined. The Axemen will now play in the 5 o'clock game, which will feature the winner of the 2 o'clock game, which is the Ravens and the Bucks. So that's coming up at 2 o'clock. Once again, the final in this one, the Snowbirds 7, the Axemen 4.